Hello there, Starscream here for a brief look at a small and relatively insignificant little transformer. But because I haven't talked about him before, I think now would be a good time, don't you? Well, we'll ask them anyway. Right. Seasspray, as we all know, is a mini-bot. And he is very tiny, isn't he? Hence the name Minibot, really. On the ball as ever. So, let's talk about the character very briefly. He hasn't got a great deal of character in the cartoon. He was in, I think it was Dinobot Island, like a lot of Season 2 Transformers. They just appeared there. You take it for granted he's always been there. Don't ask questions that we don't have answers to. So that's fine. It is a kid's show. And in all fairness, a lot of films and TV shows aren't a lot better. So just take it for granted that he was always there, and then he is. So he gets one episode called Sea Chase in the cartoon show. Sorry. Why am I sorry? I can't help it. I can scratch my nose as many times as I want. So there. So yeah, he was in an episode called Sea Chase, which is possibly one of the most bizarre episodes I've ever seen. And he gets turned into Fabio. And I'm not joking. Let me just show you a few clips from the cartoon episode. You know exactly what I'm on about.
Make a wish.
So this is the episode. Look, Seasspray, he makes a wish. Look. And he can't tell Bumblebee because then it won't come true.
Can't tell you, Bumblebee, because then it won't come true.
Oh, diddums. How old is he? 4?
Step of the waterfall. The water there is safe.
So this special water that these creatures go in and out of changes their structure and allows them to have different bodies. And look, she blew him a kiss.
She kissed me.
No, she didn't kiss you, mate. She blew you a kiss. There's a difference.
I think so.
So he unfortunately ends up falling in the water and turns into Fabio. Look, see? Fabio! Blimey, he's pulled with the women.
Sorry.
Did he just poke her with...
Still part robot.
No, apparently he did poke her with... Oh, forget it, I don't want to know.
I was afraid that someone with a body like mine wouldn't be your type.
Never.
Her type, his type, your body type. God! I don't know what's going on. Now she's a robot. What the hell's going on? I'm completely confused. Drugs are the answer. It's the only way. Drugs!
See, now you see what I mean? It's weird, isn't it? Even the human counterpart version actually bears a resemblance to this, doesn't it? It's bizarre. It's really odd. So we won't talk about the episode because it's just weird episode. So there you go. He has a pretty okay-ish comic book run. He doesn't really ever stand out as a main character. And I think the last time you ever see him is when Starscream goes ape with the underbase, and I think he just wipes out a lot of the Season 1 and 2 Transformers to make way for the Season 3. So I think he was one of the unfortunates as well. I am not 100% certain on that, so don't quote me. So that is essentially it. He hasn't had a lot of variations of toy. Now, there is a G2 variant, which I do have. See, and to be honest, I've just dropped him. So there we go. To be honest, there is no real difference other than that it has a glitter blue, see? Shiny blue. You know, a bit of metallic going on as opposed to the matte plastic blue there. That is essentially it. That's all you get. They did a few G1 mini-bots, him being one of them. Not quite sure why, or other than the fact it has Autobot written insignia on the side there, and previous one doesn't. Did it warrant a G2? I mean, he is featured in the G2 comic with the Dinobots. I've forgotten the name of it. The name escapes me for the time being. But yeah, he is in that. I'm not sure if he dies or not. I'd have to research it. But you know what? I'm not a massive fan of Seasspray or Seasspray, whichever way you want to call it. I think it was Seasspray, now it's Seasspray. Two separate words, not certain. I'm trying to transform it for you because it's really complicated.
You're not funny, Sydney.
I was joking. So there we go, look. What do you think? It's a little hovercraft. Marvellous. With wheels. A hovercraft with wheels. Now there you go. That really takes away the importance of hovering, doesn't it? If you've got wheels on the bottom. And that's it. That is Seasspray. That's all you get for your money. They didn't do any... What?
Look, see, Sydney, look here. It's new, see? What do you want about Sydney? Look what's in my hand.
It's a new one.
It's a new version, Sydney. Hey, Sydney, look.
Oh, go on, then give it to me.
You better give this one back this time, Sydney.
Okay, there is a new Seasspray. Very much larger than the original, though. I have no knowledge of this toy. Doesn't really look like Seasspray either. Does that look like him to you? No, doesn't look like him at all. Let's take a look at this toy, shall we? It's rather big and clumsy for something that was so small initially. As out of size comparison, just to give you some idea of his size, let me take the latest Jazz. Reveal the shield Jazz. See, he is quite a big toy, actually. There, he is large. And if you want another comparison, G1 Prime or Pepsi Prime we'll use here because he comes to hand and I can't be bothered to get the other one off the shelf. So there. So there, G1 Prime. Here is seasspray. There's something going on with this. Look at the initial comparison. I gotta be honest with you, I do hate it when they change sizes of Transformers. When initially they were very small and now they're making them large. It does niggle a bit because they don't display well with the others. This is meant to be seasspray now, and he's massive, and his head's all wrong. Look what they've done. Look forwards, man. I don't know what he's meant. He looks like a stormtrooper. Here, look. Stormtrooper spray. Or trooper spray. Trooper spray sounds weird, doesn't it? So here, this is the new toy. He's not part of the Reveal the Shield, is he? Let me just check on that, because I can't remember. Hunt for the Decepticons. But isn't that what they've been doing for a long time now? It says Daft just Reveal the Shield. Yes, that's marvellous. Hunt for the Decepticons, which they really do anyway. It's like called Transformers Battle Decepticons. They've been doing that for years. That's the whole point. Or Transformers, they transform. You see where I'm going with this one, don't you? Dumb. And that's not just me. So, let's take a look at the toy, shall we, before I start arsing around more so than usual. I'm good at doing that. Just being daft, that is. Okay, look. He has two weapons that shoot. Now, do you want to give these a try? Shall we try them? Alright. Fire it at the camera and let's see what we get. Come on. Not too bad, actually, considering it's a new generation toy. I mean, they usually don't work. So that's alright. And as I said, he does look like a stormtrooper, the face. Which I understand what they're doing with it, but it looks like there's a head underneath. It looks like it's a mask. It doesn't look like it's a head, look. It looks like a mask. It does. You know, I always concentrate on the head mouldings. If you think I'm going overboard on that, that was a good one, wasn't it? Sea spray ships overboard, yeah. Get it? You get it?
Oh, that was so lame.
Fine, I'm wasting my time with you lot. So yeah. Other than that, he's quite poseable. The colour scheme is quite nice, actually, I've got to say. I'm hoping they'll do a Japanese, whatever they call them, it's not Takara, is it? Well, Takara do Transformers, but there's another name for the recolours of the US versions. And hopefully we'll get a bit of chrome up here. This plastic concerns me. It's a bit like the old gold plastic on some of the old Transformers. I've got this horrible feeling that in about 10 years time or 20 years time it's going to just start to degrade and just collapse into dust. I've got a lot of Transformers, Black Zarak being the key one. Honestly, the gold plastic on him has just turned to dust. I am not joking. You touch it and it just disintegrates. I'm not making this up. Anybody who's got any of those old toys with the gold plastic, they know what I'm talking about. Odd. And I've got a feeling he may go the same way later, but I may be racing ahead of myself on that one. His legs are weird. Look, you know, you can see what I mean by weird. I mean, look. That looks painful. It looks like he was, you know, just laying down one day having a rest and a motorcycle just went over his legs like that and go, and he was stuck like that forever. Most unfortunate. But all things aside, he's not bad. I quite like him. He poses quite well. It's just out of comparisonable. I make up new words every time I do reviews. Comparisonable. Comparatively speaking with his peers, he is far too large. But other than that, I'm not really going to fault him because I'm just splitting hairs like I always do. He is alright. Now, I suppose you wonder what he looks like in his alt mode, don't you? So, for the benefit of, for once, I'll transform it. But I'm not going to transform it on camera because I'll run out of time. And it's quite boring to watch me do that. So, we'll race ahead. Why is this not... Who turned the camera on? Did you turn the camera on?
I'm Jeff Faber and I can do what I want.
Miserable sod. There. At last. 4 hours of my life have just passed. Nah, I ain't joking. It took me about 5 minutes. It's actually, the transformation's quite nice. I do like the back here, where it's got somewhere you could carry something. Hey, look. A docking port for a small sea spray. Is that good or what? That's excellent. You could probably get 2 on there. Let's try that. 1 sec. Okay, and maybe I was being a little bit adventurous with that statement. Barely. You can, but they're slightly off. I suppose you could... You know, that looks wrong. So there. Actually, he makes a great hovercraft. I tell you why I really like it. Because the engines pivot like this, like they would do if it was a real hovercraft, so that it could shift angle. So it's like rudders, but, you know, on top of the water because it's hovering. So, hovercraft.
Yet another stinker, Sydney.
So yeah, there we go. Seasspray is a great toy, actually. I know I messed around a bit, making a joke, you know, because that's what I do. I make jokes about things because I'm stupid. But yeah, I quite like the Seasspray toy. I wouldn't necessarily associate it with the original because they're like chalk and cheese. Look, let's be honest with you. I mean, there's no real comparison with them. So I'm not going to compare it with the original because there is no point. They're 2 completely different toys with a similar name that just happens to be split now in the middle for some reason with an S taken out. I do not know why. Maybe it's a copyright infringement. Hasbro are the masters of stupidity. They're even dumber than me. And that takes some doing. So you know what? That's off to them. But there we go. That's just a quick look at Seasspray. Would I recommend getting it? Yes, I would actually. It is a good display piece. It is relatively posable. I know the legs are a bit odd. But he does have quite good hands. They don't move, but the position that they're in, they look like hands. They don't look like blocks. He's got 2 weapons. They both fire quite nicely. And he makes a great hovercraft. He's exceptional in that because there is nothing to touch him. There is no other Transformers along this line with this form of transformation. So in that form and look, he's quite unique actually. So you know what? I like him. And there's one thing I did forget to point out in the alt mode. You can push forwards underneath here where his feet are. And he has a webbed foot thing that flips out. It's bizarre. I don't like it. I see no point in it. It doesn't... You know, what's the word that I'm looking for here?
I'm a dumbass and I'm stupid.
No, it's not
That's the word you're looking for, Sydney.
Shut up! The word I was looking for is enhance. It does not enhance the toy. It's unnecessary. But it's a nice option. So you know what? You'll win all round with this one. The only thing I got against him, and I'll be honest with you, because I like lying usually, but this time I'll be honest, he's too expensive. He's £20. He just isn't that good. I may be sounding like a cheapskate here, but 20 quid's quite a lot for a Transformer, which, let's be honest with you, is not much bigger than Reveal the Shield Jazz. So you're paying, you know, about £7 more for it, and I really think it should be a £15 toy. I think he's overpriced. But there you go. That's me being a whingy git. Alright, so that's me. That's Starscream quick review, or... Well, started off as a quick review, ended up being a long review, but there we go, can't be helped, of Seasspray. And to be honest with you, get this toy. Alright guys, those Transformers just fell over that were standing on that shelf. Take care guys, and see you all out there.
Your review sucks, Sydney.